Hello, Heidi here. As you are all aware, Bill 40, an act to amend mainly the Education Act with regard to school organization and governance, was passed Saturday, February the 8th through closure by the CAQ government. And this is the fourth time that the CAQ government ends democratic debate to pass a bill. And not only does the bill deal with governance of our schools, but other articles that affect teachers were also modified. So today I would like to introduce you to three important changes to the Education Act. The first and biggest change is the removal of the Council of Commissioners. So that Council of Commissioners will be gone and will be replaced by a new Board of Directors. In the English sector, we have until November of this year to apply these changes. Let's take a look at the composition of this new Board of Directors. Between 8 and 17 parent representatives, between 4 and 13 community representatives who live in the school service territory, and 4 members of the school service center staff, 1 teacher, 1 non-teaching professional, 1 support staff, and 1 principal. In the English sector, the parents will be voted by the public. It's important to note that even though we have retained universal suffrage, you must be a parent of a child that is attending an English school and also be on the governing board of that school to run for the position. And therefore, since they are reducing the pool of eligible candidates, democracy has been diminished. The positions on the board of directors are unpaid, and it's still unclear how this board will function. Many questions remain. Will there be public meetings? Will the public be heard? What kind of power does this new board of directors have? And how will that one teacher be selected? Not sure. But one thing is certain, that they cannot be a representative of an association. And this is unfortunate because the union is the voice of the teachers. While opening up the Education Act, Minister Roberge decided to modify other clauses, including one involving standards and procedures for evaluation to allow for students' results to be reviewed. We believe that this is opening up Pandora's box. How many parents will line up to make requests? In the law, the teacher is now responsible for that revision. Let's take a look at it. It says here that the standards and procedures for evaluation of achievement, referred to in subparagraph 4 of the first paragraph, may not have the effect of allowing students' results to be reviewed by the principal. However, they must allow the principal to ask the teacher whose care the student entrusted to review the result assigned to the student, or if the teacher is absent or unable to act, to entrust the review to another teacher in accordance with the conditions and procedures determined by regulation by the ministry. We don't know what these regulations will be. And the principal must give reasons in writing for his or her request for the grade review. So in the law, the teacher is now responsible for that revision, and the principal will receive the request, send to the teacher in writing, who will make the final decision. If that teacher is not available, then it would be entrusted to another teacher. And like I said before, this process will be determined through a regulation. Again, many questions on how this will work. And the last one I want to talk about is under teacher obligation. There's a new clause on professional development that has been adopted. Let's take a look at that one. Teachers must undergo at least 30 hours of continuing education activities per period of 2 years, beginning on the 1st of July of every odd number year. That means this begins July 2021. Notice it says they shall choose the continuing education activities that best meet their needs. We'll see about that. And I have to say that this is quite insulting, because professional development has always been a topic for negotiation. We have a chapter dedicated to PD in our collective agreement. And basically the minister, a former teacher himself, has decided to force PD on teachers without passing through the proper channel, the negotiation table. And we all know there's a lot of issues when it comes to PD. A lack of relevant and quality PD, a lack of funding, lack of time, lack of access in English. Teachers are using their PED days to catch up on their day-to-day, since more and more responsibilities have been given to them during the work week. In my opinion, this demonstrates a real lack of trust. I've already told the ministry that if you force PD on teachers, it means you don't trust them. These are some of the changes that teachers should be aware of. QPAT will have more to come when the law is officially transcribed. On another note, I encourage you to download our QPAT app. We are in the midst of improving the app, and we'll keep you informed on negotiations, mobilization, any other news that's important like Bill 40. So I encourage you to download the QPAT app. Thanks very much.